I'm interested to hear more about kind of the origins of your holistic model or holistic framework, I should say. I've switched my vocabulary to the word framework extensively per recommendation of our
Love
mutual
that.
friend Kyle Salmons, because
Love
a
that.
lot of
Love that.
times we are so rigid and structured in what we do, when in reality, we almost need to be a little bit more fluid. We have to have guiding principles, but we have to be able to adapt to the individual athlete in front of us. So, how did you kind of go about developing this holistic framework that you've mentioned?
Yeah, 100%. And I think framework is the perfect word because, you're dealing with people. They all have their own individual background, their individual story, their individual injury history. Some of them are younger, some of them are older, some of them have high training ages, low training ages. It's just they're too individual to compare them one to one and just copy and paste to each person. So yeah, Dan, I've seen it all with the athletes, and with the team setting, your biggest constraint is time, right? You're bound into the time of the schedule, into what you can do. Maybe you see them for an hour each day. The other 23, you really have no idea what they do. You have a hope and a wish of what they're doing, but the reality is, it's probably not as pretty as you'd wish it is as the performance coach or strength director. So, like I've seen a little bit of everything as a private coach. I've had relationships, that worked really well. It's definitely a relationship based practice. If we connect as athlete and coach, it can go really well. Some guys it just doesn't work that well. It's fine.